it true. And when we talk about young, MS is a disease that hits people in their 20s and 30s for women and 30 to 40 in men. This is also the time where there is physical attraction, there is love, there is compassion, passion. But then again, young people go into deep depression when they feel that they don't have a life partner, or their boyfriend or girlfriend is going to leave them, or there's going to be no love. There is a fear of sexual dysfunction. All of these issues are real issues. But there is a couple that has broken every myth that is. Amit and Mrinmoy Goswami are my next speakers. Amit is a professional who's been working with State Bank of India for the last 14 years. I will let him tell you his story in his own words. Mrinmoy also was Mrinmoy had a severe tragedy when she was young, and she was diagnosed with MS in 2015. She lost her parents. She was the only child. Life took a very, very horrible turn for her. And then she joined the Grameen Dark, and she's a biochemistry student, actually. And I will also let you tell her story. But then the Cupid hit, and Mrinmoy and Amit met each other through MSSI Kolkata chapter. And then love blossomed, and then they got married, and they are living happily and continue to live happily. They do some amazing work. He takes his wheelchair, she goes on a ride with him as his companion, as his caregiver. They travel the length and breadth of Kolkata and other places in the Indian Railways. And they have been running a YouTube channel, which I have seen personally and I follow, where they are telling people that life doesn't end. Just continue traveling, enjoy life. And I think everyone needs to hear their story. So ladies and gentlemen, I would like to shine the spotlight on Amit and Mrinmoy. Amit and Mrinmoy, I would request you all to share your story. I have just given the tip of the iceberg of how you met, but I think there's a lot more, and how you have overcome all the troubles and the issues. What a supporting family you have. Your in-laws are very supporting. And I remember when I saw your photograph, both of you, you look like Ma Durga to me. And of course, you have a very handsome husband. So life is normal, but it is not easy. And for once, we should not think, kuch bhi nahi hai MS. But I think we would like to hear your story. Tell us and tell everyone here what it is that keeps you together, and how do you make life so joyful and so enjoyable, and what is your message to boyfriends, girlfriends, husbands, wives, and couples. It could be partners who don't have, I'm not married, but what's your message? It's over to you, Mrinmoy and Amit.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. We would like to share our story. It was just like a fairy tale dream. For me, I could have managed my MS. I was having diplopia. Though I have taken the steroids and all during 2015, my diagnosis was in that January. And still the problems peered up and it went down. And I was just in second year of my graduation in biochemistry honors. And at that point of time, I had a lot of problem. But next year, my mom, she had a stroke. And again, father also, he went through lots of problem, and he also was diagnosed with MCA. That's another debilitating disease. And he was to be admitted in ICU. And he was having a very critical condition. My mother, she was going to visit him, and I was also going to my father's office for his last pensions and all problems. And my mother, she had some issues, but she could walk and go with her own only. But she met with a tremendous fatal accident, and she was also being admitted in the same hospital as came. One side was my father in the hospital, and another side was my mother, and I had to do it all by myself. I'm thankful to my peers, my peers in MSI also. They also came and helped me a lot. But at the end of the day, there should be someone with whom you can take that advice, or you can share, like your best friend. Yeah, my best friend was my mother, and I couldn't share anything with her at her hospital bed. At that point of time, Amit was the person who was always there with me on the phone. He was in bank. He used to hold his phone like this, and he used to talk he used to say that my hand is walking. I don't need any other thing, but I need to be with you at that point of time. And he was the person with whom at that point of time, I needed emotional security. I obviously needed financial also, but that point of time, emotional security, that trauma I couldn't say anybody. And obviously, a person with MS, the problem becomes more mightier. The problem becomes more critical. And everybody told that it could be that due to the trauma, due to the tensions, my MS could also become worse. So that was the point of time from where we joined. I actually thought I couldn't live my life in this way when my mother also left me alone to go to his heavenly abode after my father. And he was the person who I got that joy, because I always had that problem that I couldn't save my mother. I always felt that guilt inside myself. But he was the person who told that, okay, I will go to meet you from Kalyani to Calcutta. It's a long distance to the train. Please, can you see for me how the Shialda station in Kolkata is, so that I can travel with wheelchair? And Shialda station is not very near to my house, my maiden home, but still I could take a cab or a bus and I could go and visit that place. And I, from there, those little things, those little things actually changed me inside of me. Those little things when he could finally visit from Kalyani to Calcutta through the local train. So we thought about forming the YouTube channel, Being on Wheels, so that for the persons, because he also knew many people uh, in his maiden hometown, in his hometown Kalyani, there were a lot of people who were not so financially established. So for me, because we don't want to, he has it due to his paraplegia. He has that, what do you say, certificate of, but I don't have that thing, the disability certificate. So I didn't get that holiday and all, and I had to quit my job. I'm very, I don't know. I'm very sad for that. Always I think so. But yeah, whenever you get in some way you are having you are stuck, you should get another way out. And I thought, since I have quitted my job in postal department, I should think of the thing in different way. And I thought, okay, let's make a YouTube channel, let's make something for the betterment of the other people who are in a bad condition, worse condition than us. So we try to run a channel on YouTube, the Being on Bills. Many of us are subscribers, thank you for that. And I also am I write poetry since my childhood, and I thought, okay, let me focus on that part of mine, because if I get the time, I should do something better. So I write at that point of time. I thought, okay, let me focus on writing, and I write. And we got we are very happy. We are very happy to announce that we are the first MS couple of India. Thank you, everyone. But we had to tie a knot in the year 2020, July 12th, 2020. And because we couldn't wait, I was all alone in my maiden home, and he was always like, hey, you are alone, and anytime any problem can occur. At that point of time in 2020, just the onset of Corona, we had no idea what is Corona, what is COVID-19, how bad it could be, how worse it could be. But he then thought, no, it's high time, we should now tie a knot. Over to you.
That's a lovely way to transition into your journey to the alone each other's journey to how you tied the knot. This is going to be very interesting, and I'm so happy that you handed it over to Amit, because I have seen Amit also.
I'm just waiting.
Yes, Amit, please, the floor is yours.
Thank you all. It's very much thankful for MSSI for our Jodi is only possible due to MSSI Kolkata. Thank you for MSSI Kolkata.
Thank you to
Anuradhadi. Otherwise, I could not meet my life partner. Life is very much tough for us, but now we are very happily married and live our best now in Vellore. I transferred to Vellore last year. So thank you all. Thank you MSSI and especially MSSI Kolkata.
No, another thing I would just add at last, because we thought, okay, we are having bad times, we're having difficulties, everything is against us. Let us turn the table upside down, so that we can make our greatest curse to the greatest boon we can think of. So MS, for that part only, my parents' doctors also told, my father's doctors especially told that he was having a tremendous tension, tremendous problem. So that for that reason only, he and she, both of them had stroke and all those things, just because of their only child, because she is undergoing through so much trauma, so much problems. So I always thought, yeah, MS is the culprit. MS took away my parents from me. But I then thought, okay, let me turn the tables upside down. Let me play with my own fate and make my greatest curse my greatest boon. And you can also, I will suggest everyone, you can also think the same way. Turning our curse to our boon is what can we do, is what we can do. Otherwise, only lamenting and only in a melancholy tone In MS, we are always having a depression. We are always having a melancholy situation. We are always having a melancholy tone in our mind. If we can challenge our own fate, okay, I am challenging you. I can turn you upside down and I can enjoy. You are trying to make me cry, but no, I will enjoy. I will laugh, I will smile, and I will turn you upside down. So if we tell it to our own fate, we will get that confidence, we will get that boost, and we will always be happy, no matter what the problems come, what the problem arise in front of us. I think it in this way. Thank you everyone.
Thank you.
Lovely. That is absolutely so true, Mrinmoy and Amit. And ladies and gentlemen, for all those people who don't know, Amit was awarded the best employee of the state by the West Bengal government. And I remember seeing his news article in the papers. And it all happened after he got married. So true, Mrinmoy, is together you turned the table, together you turned your curse into boon. And so lovely that you people have started this YouTube channel for people who don't have any support. And some of the chats that are coming on the window is asking for you to share your YouTube link, please. You will have many more subscribers right after this webinar. I'm quite sure.
Madam, another thing I just want to add, just want to disturb just a minute. I want to add that after 14 long years, Amit has finally driven his scooty by himself